Hey guys, and welcome to the Gameweek 29 deadline stream. I'm Akhilesh here, and I'm here to take you through the deadline stream and here to answer your questions. And before we start, there's a double game week announcement. This is Ben Krill's chart from yesterday, but now the announcement of Luton versus Liverpool in Game Week 25 has been announced. So, along with Brentford and Manchester City, Luton and Liverpool will also be having a double game week in 25. So, yeah, I think plan should be towards how to navigate the double game week and the blank game week, which is in 26 right now, because Liverpool and Luton will be blanking in double game in 26 as well, along with Chelsea and Spurs. And a lot of us have Liverpool, Chelsea, Spurs, and City assets, and we will be looking at how to navigate them, and that should be the focus right now ahead of the next few game weeks. And the other big news now is Haaland is fit to start, is what Pep had mentioned in his press conference. And with Haaland fit to start, we all should know how to should be looking at how to bring Haaland in our teams. And I'm included in that list as well. I'm seeing when to bring Haaland in. Is this the right game to bring him in? And I'm still little torn towards either side. I'm not sure if I should bring him in this week or not. But I'm happy to take your questions now and just show you my team for now. This is how it looks. Areola and goal, Porro, Trent, Estupinian, Gordon, Saka, Foden, Richarlison, Palmer, Watkins, and Solanke is currently having the captaincy right now. I mean, captaincy this week is pretty not straightforward. You can look like similar to last week. You can look at quite a few options, and I will come to that discussion soon. Before that, I can take a few questions. Obi, hi, your team. Dubravka, Ariola, Saliba, Porro, Estupinian, Lamptey, Kabore, Foden, KDB, Saka, Palmer, Gross, Solanke, Watkins, Haaland, free transfer, one. No, I don't think I would take any -4 this week because we have a double game week to navigate, and there's a very important game in the middle of the week. So if you have one free transfer, I'd roll it, and I'd recommend a lot to roll because of the FA Cup game between Chelsea and Aston Villa, which will be in the midweek before Game Week 24 deadline. I'm just taking you back to Ben Krillin's chart over here, and yes, so you see there is before Game Week 24, there's going to be the FA Cup replays, and with that we will know whether Chelsea or Aston Villa who will be blanking, and we have their opponent players as well because Arsenal play Chelsea in Game Week 29 and Aston Villa play West Ham in Game Week 29. So we'll know which fixtures will go through, and that will that for my team as well is going to be a very important playing factor because I have Saka and Watkins, and one of them have to make way to bring in Jota and Haaland next week. So that's why I'm considering to not get Haaland in this week. So now I think I'll take all the questions. Sorry for the delay. I think captaincy, we will come to it. I think currently it's between Solanke and Palmer for me. I think both of them are good options. Watkins is pretty much a fine option as well. And if you have Haaland, I think he's the best captaincy option. This is when you don't have Haaland, who is the best captaincy option. I will also just take you through put it over here. I think the best captaincy option is Haaland, and then I think Palmer and Solanke are pretty much equal. And then I'll have Watkins as the next option. I think looking outside this, I'm not recommending it too much because if you don't have Haaland, I guess you have one of Palmer, Solanke, and Watkins, and I think all three are good options for this week. Okay, yeah, I think the next headache will be the benching headache, which is there for me as well. So midfield, whom to bench? Saka, Jota, KDB, Gordon, Palmer. And you have, I think Vasant has asked that question, and a lot of you will probably be having the headache as well. So I will also just put up the benching headache week. I think I would start Jota over Saka, and then I will probably put Foden out after that. If you have these three, and one by one, I will keep adding to this list so that it becomes clear for everyone to navigate. And then I think Gordon will come after them. Probably think I would start Richarlison over Jota because I think Spurs are doing well. Richarlison is very central to what they are doing, and Madison is going to be playing. And above that will be Palmer. So that's the list right now. I think Solanke, Palmer are all. Not benchables. Palmer, Solanke, Watkins, you can't bench them this week. So try to look into benching someone else. I will also being adding players like Gabriel to that list soon. Before that, I would like to take some questions. Should I sell Alvarez for Haaland? This is a very tricky question as well, and should understand that if there is a good chance Alvarez starts as well. I think it's 50-50 between Alvarez and Haaland, and also thinking that who will make way when Haaland will start. Will Pep bench De Bruyne for this week? I'm not sure because of the low block which Brentford will play, and De Bruyne will be key. And will Alvarez play or Haaland play? I think it's around the coin toss over there. So but I think longer term, from next week onwards, I think going for Haaland from Alvarez is viable. So if you think you can take it on the chin if Alvarez starts and Haaland doesn't this week, then you can go ahead. I think it's a good move as well. I would personally do it if I had Alvarez. It's the others who I'm reluctant towards removing this week. Alvarez to Haaland, Archer to I'll come to the later questions quickly. But yeah, Alvarez to Rushid's question. Alvarez to Haaland, Archer to Solanke, Trent to Walker, Stones for -4. I don't think it's worth it. Trent will be doubling in Game Week 25, so I'd say hold it. If you can do Alvarez to Haaland directly, then I would say go ahead with that. Other than that, I would say hold your moves. If you can't, then you can try and find another way to do Haaland. I don't think Haaland is essential this week. I think it's a very good move. I think this will be the week where he's going to be least captain and he'll be a great differential. But I don't think you should go out of the way to bring Haaland in for a -4 this week. So coming to Akshay's question, Saka, I've added the starter bench over here. I think the best captaincy, if not for Haaland, is between Palmer and Solanke for this week, and Watkins is right there as well. Watkins, I just don't prefer him as much as Palmer and Solanke because he plays away from home and I think Aston Villa have not been that great, and Watkins' stats are also like going down a bit over the last few weeks. So I think that's the reason. Hi Kaizen, your team: Ariola, Rea, Moreno, Trent, Gabriel, Branthwaite, Gusto, Richarlison, Foden, KDB, Palmer, Saka, Watkins, Alvarez, Solanke. Two free transfers, 2.7 in the bank. I probably I think getting maybe Jota would be an important thing, and Haaland for the double game weeks, because I don't think Salah will be fit by then. So I think I would do the find a way to bring Haaland in, and yeah, I don't think with 2.7 in the bank it's going to be easy. But and you have KDB as well now, so I probably try and remove maybe Saka or Watkins to accommodate Haaland. But yeah, I don't think it's going to be straightforward for you to bring in because you have 8 attackers over there. I'd probably go with one down. And my own team, I think the main question is to when to whom to remove out of Saka and Watkins, and that will depend on the double game week. Not sorry, the FA Cup fixture in the middle of the week. Thank you for the super chat, Sagar. I'll just take your team. Dubravka, Trent, Gabriel, Porro, Palmer, Gordon, Saka, Richarlison, Haaland, Watkins, Solanke, captain, bench, Foden, Zinchenko, Taylor, Ariola, free transfer, 1.8 in the bank. Captain choice and transfers for double game week, roll the transfer. I think if you have Haaland, you should captain him. And transfers for the double game week, I would definitely look towards strengthening with more Liverpool players in your team. I will have an eye on Jota, maybe have an eye on Tony as well, and I will bank your transfer. I wouldn't make that transfer. And for benching, I think it's fine. Your bench should be fine for like benching Foden ahead of the others is fine. I feel KDB captain, I think, is a good outside shout as well. I will just add KDB also to the list. I probably think Palmer and Solanke will be better captaincy options than KDB, so I'll just add KDB after that. Should we keep Odegaard? Maybe I think Odegaard is a sell with a lot of players being potentially good at around that. Arsenal have fixtures throughout, but I think Odegaard is a sell for Jota. Coming to the later questions, Martinelli, start Martinelli or Foden. I'll add that. I think I'll add Foden. I'll put Martinelli also on the list. I think Martinelli will be after Gordon because I am not too sure. I think all these options have better fixtures at home this week. Start Gross or Foden. I think Gross is also. I'll add him to the list. I think Gross will be last because I just don't like him as an FPL option. I think he ticks along well, but I'd say all of these players are explosive, and I don't think I dislike any of these difficult fixtures this week from an attacking point of view. I think there are attacking inputs over here. Start Bowen or Saka. I'll also add Bowen to the list. I think I'll start Saka over Bowen. I just think Saka is the better player and he's on penalties and he has a very good chance of getting a goal or an assist return. And I think with I mean Bowen has Man United, so Man United will be leaky as well, and you can definitely look into starting Bowen as well. But I just like Saka better than Bowen for this week. Let me add Bowen. I think I will start Bowen over Foden though, because I think Man United are leaky, and Bowen is going to be more central than Foden is. Foden in the last match was a little on the wings. I don't know if that's because of Walker's absence, and when Walker comes forward, might be a little more central, is what I feel. But I think it's not going to be a straightforward fixture, and Foden can might struggle a little bit. Why Saka or Foden and Gordon, especially since Gordon may play strike? I think Gordon is little more suitable from the left wing than on strike, and I might be a little harsh on Gordon over here, but I just think I would start Saka because I think Saka is starting to look a little more dangerous. He's been getting into good positions. Has a lot of has a better underlying numbers, so underlying data over the last few weeks. That's why I think, but it's a coin toss. I wouldn't complain if benching Saka over Foden or Gordon for this week as well. But I just think Saka is just at a level where he can be played even through the difficult fixtures. And Gordon as strike is not as good as Gordon in the wing. Is my opinion. Start Saliba or Gusto? I'd start Gusto because I think Gusto will be pretty attacking as well. So he and Chelsea might turn out to be good. You don't know which Chelsea will turn up, but I think I definitely start Gusto because Saliba doesn't have any upside as such, and I'd expect Liverpool to score. Start Odegaard or Alvarez. I'll just edge towards Alvarez because I'm if he starts, I think he will come good. Odegaard is a safer bet. He will definitely start and get the minutes, and I think I expect Arsenal to score as well as much as I expect Liverpool to score. Yeah, let me just come back to my team for now, and I will go back to the slides later. This is how it looks. Yeah, so Kaizen, I had looked at your team before. I don't think 2.7 in the bank is enough to just do one transfer to Haaland. So you will have to downgrade one of the others. For now, maybe doing Alvarez to I don't know. I actually think maybe doing Alvarez to a Tony or Nunez for this week might be better, and then you do Haaland next week because it's just because you don't know which one of Saka or Watkins to remove. If you're confident and if you want to remove one of Saka or Watkins this week and you think that's the right move, then you can downgrade one of them and then do Alvarez to Haaland. That's what I'd suggest to you. Sterling or Alvarez start one. Yeah, that's a tricky one. I think I'll start Sterling because of the home fixture against Wolves and the chances that Alvarez minutes might not be assured. Sterling, Alvarez, Bowen. I think I'll start Bowen over Alvarez or Sterling. I think let me just add it. Alvarez, he will be somewhere below Gordon because it's just the minutes that is concerning over here. And Sterling somewhere I think at the same level, maybe just above Gordon because of the fixture. I think Gordon against Luton is definitely a good fixture as well. Maybe he's just a little underlooked over here, but I just think the options ahead of him are a little better as such. Let's look at the best mid replacement for Bowen. I have Luis, I think, I guess it's Luis, Douglas Luis or Luis Diaz, I'm not sure. Salah, Bernardo, Palmer, 1.4 to thinking I go for Gordon, but do I go for Jota? I'd like Jota over Gordon, even though Gordon has a slightly better fixture this week. I still think Jota is currently firing and he's central to what Liverpool do. So I think he's just like the top of my list for players to start this week as well. Um, yeah, Ariola, Gabriel, Porro, Trippier, Martinelli, Gross, Gordon, Foden, Watkins, Solanke, Alvarez, Sub, Gusto, Elanga, Bentley, Kabore, two free transfers, 11.3 in the bank. I do Alvarez to Haaland and Captain Haaland. I think that's what I do in your case, and then later find a way to bring in more Liverpool players. I think saving the free transfer this week will be a very very helpful, because then you'll know if you have to hold on to Martinelli or Watkins, and then try to bring in Jota and Darwin around that. Pickford or Ariola? Let's look at the fixtures this week. Let me also discuss on the goalkeepers. Pickford has Spurs as home, and Ariola has United away. I think I expect both Spurs and United to score, but I think Everton are a little more solid of a defense, so I'd probably go with Pickford, and I think Pickford, both of them could get save points either way. Yeah, so with Vatsal, I'll just come to your team. Ariola, Udogi, Estupinian, Moreno, Saka, Foden, Richarlison, Palmer, Mope, Watkins, Solanke. Flecken, Kabore, Salah, Colwell, two free transfers and six in the bank. I'll probably remove Salah and will probably get in Jota. And then with the other transfer, I will do Mope to Haaland, Captain Haaland. I think Mope does have a double game week, but yeah, I mean, I would rather keep a single game week of Watkins and Solanke over the double game week. Let's just come back to the Pentrillins chart, and I'll just put myself out of this as well. Sorry. Yeah, I think the audio is also going if I remove myself from this. So let me just take you through this. I think Aston Villa in game week 25, when the double is there, have Fulham away. I think I'll definitely start Watkins over Mope for that. And Solanke also has not a very bad fixture. Newcastle away, I'd still start Solanke in that, because I think Solanke and Watkins are regularly firing strikers, while Mope is very on and off, and he's historically been like that. So I think in your team, I will remove Mope to bring in Haaland, and then remove Salah for Jota. Estupinian or Trippier, I start Trippier this week. I think he has a very very high upside, and Newcastle has a better defense, and they're looking good in set pieces. I think they did well against Aston Villa. Play Zinchenko or Doughty? I think Doughty this week. Luton have Newcastle away, so I probably just play Zinchenko, because I think he plays for the better team and definitely has a good chance of maybe getting a better chance of getting an attacking return, I'd say, for this game week. And I don't think Newcastle away is an easy game. Any update on Lascelles? I don't think Lascelles will start with Cher and Botman being first choice and fit. So I don't think he's going to be a great option to go with anymore. So yeah, I think you can try and play him ahead of Gabriel, but I wouldn't expect him to start. And maybe he doesn't come off the bench, and then Gabriel can come and play for you. But I think Gabriel is fine to start this week. I wouldn't mind starting any of the Liverpool or Arsenal defenders, because you can't expect clean sheets in certain games, and you just have to look into attacking returns, and that's how it is. FPL regularly you'll have defenders who might not have ideal fixtures, but I don't think defensive transfers will be viable at that point. So you can just start Gabriel. He did score against Liverpool at Anfield, and maybe explore, like, wish for a attacking return from Gabriel. That's the whole thing. But like, because you can't expect any clean sheet from Porro or Trent. I think only Newcastle and Man City have a very good chance of keeping a clean sheet this week. I don't think even Man City have a great chance of keeping a clean sheet, because Brentford away. So you would not expect too many clean sheet fixtures this week. Whom to remove from Tony, Watkins, Solanke for Haaland? I think it's a very good question. Uh, and that's another thing I'm looking at, because I think I have three very similar strikers. One, Darwin Nunez instead of Tony, who's doubling, and then Watkins and Solanke. I'm waiting for the game week 24 fixture between Chelsea and Aston Villa in the FA Cup. I've been repeating it a few times, but I think I'm waiting for that to get the result. If Aston Villa win that, then Aston Villa and will blank in game week 29. Well, if Chelsea win that, then Arsenal will blank in game week 29, because Chelsea and Arsenal will play each other. I mean, they have a higher chance of blanking. I don't think they'll surely blank, but the other fixture will definitely go on. So in that sense, if Aston Villa do lose, then I'll keep on Watkins and I'll remove Solanke next week. So I'm not bringing in Haaland this week. But for you, I probably, if you want to bring him this week, I'll remove Solanke over Watkins, because I think next five fixture of Watkins are still very good. Okay, I'll come to Fede's question. Should I do Saka to Gordon this week so I can do Alvarez to Haaland next week? You can hold on to the move and then try to do it next week, because you'll have more clarity and more information on the move. So I just start Saka and do Alvarez to Haaland next week based on what transfer you can do. I have Alvarez, KDB, and Foden. Do you suggest I take a hit to get Haaland in for Alvarez? Not this week. I think you should move towards trying to get in Haaland in for Alvarez, but don't take a hit this week. I don't think it's the best decision. Alvarez and Porro out for Pinnock or Doughty and Haaland. Um, I think not a negative, considering to game week 26 and 29 Pinnock in, or get Doughty, 7 players playing in game week 26. I think I'll do Pinnock over Doughty, but I wouldn't do the move yet, because I think I'll wait for next week to make that move and hold on to and bring in Haaland next week as well. I don't think Haaland is essential this week. I think he's a great option. I don't think he's essential this week. One free transfer, yeah. So start Palmer or Neto slash start Doughty or Walker. I think I'll definitely start Palmer this week. And Doughty or Walker, I'll start Doughty, because I'll start Walker definitely, but I don't think Walker might start or not. So I'll definitely start Walker, my bad. Bench boost, Richarlison, Poro, Saliba, Areola. Not bad, but I'd hold it for the double game weeks. Uh, Saka, Foden, Richarlison, Palmer, Watkins, and Dota. Which one player to bench? I'll just bring back the benching order, this in this descending order. I'll start Palmer. I'll start Richarlison. Yeah, I think I'll probably bench Foden. I wouldn't be happy benching Foden, but that's where I will be. I think Watkins is definitely going to start. Watkins and Solanke, if you have them, you have to start them. So that's why. Will selling Saka hurt? I'm not definitely, but with Saka actually having if he does end up playing in game week 29, Arsenal have fixtures throughout, and Saka is someone who you can rely on, and that's where I am with it. But that being said, I might remove Saka next week if he's blanking in 29. So it's all about the information that you'll have to wait for, and yeah, it could hurt, but it could also pay off. Captaincy pick between Palmer, KDB, Watkins. I'll say Captain Palmer is my choice over here, and then KDB and then Watkins. Gordon's not a captaincy option for me. Start Palmer or Foden. Palmer. Start one Garnacho, Richarlison, Porro. Richarlison definitely. Porro is also a very good option. You can start Porro, but I'd say Richarlison because he's the attacker. What would be the order to start? Chilwell, Robertson, Alex Moreno, or Botman? Okay, that's interesting. I think Robertson won't start this week, so he's not going to be there. I think Alex Moreno will be number one because of his attacking impetus. Botman is probably going to be second. No, I think Chilwell will be second. Botman will be third, and Robertson. Okay, let me just reverse it. I think Chilwell actually will be first because he plays for Chelsea and he could start. And Alex Moreno's like very close second. Botman third, Robertson fourth. But keep an eye on Chilwell. I think he will start, but he wasn't great against Liverpool, so it's not definite as such. I'll have to burn a free transfer if I don't do the Saka move. Also can't directly do Alvarez to Haaland due to insufficient funds. Any suggestion? I don't think I'll suggest you to burn the transfer. Maybe then I'll probably remove Saka, but I don't think I'll try and look at other options as well. Can you please resend your team and I'll see if I have a suggestion, alternative suggestion for removing someone. Start Bowen against United or Diaby against Sheffield United. I think Bowen, because I'm not sure if Diaby is not in good form. Bailey could start definitely ahead of him. I need to burn a transfer, don't know what to do. Yeah, in your case also, I think, let me just get back to your team, Kaizen. Um, yeah, I think I will probably remove. Uh, yeah, definitely look at maybe moving Alvarez to maybe a Darwin or a Tony, or removing Saka and Alvarez to Jota and Haaland. That's what I do. In your case, and I don't know. It's not easy to have all these players also, because there are so many options, and we are now starting to plan towards a lot of double game weeks, blank game weeks, and yeah, someone has to make way. That's how the game works. Haaland, Watkins, or Solanke whom to captain. Haaland is the best captaincy option if you have him. What to do with Trent? Hold Trent. I think he will start this week, and then if he doesn't, maybe then we can look at it next week. But I think he will start this week. Um, you don't have enough funds for Saka downgrade to Jota and Alvarez. Okay, right. I get it. Um, yeah, I then I'd probably just do Alvarez to Tony or Nunes, and then next week maybe look at removing Watkins or Saka to bring in Haaland. I don't have enough funds. Yeah, so start Botman or Van Heck. Botman, play cash for Gabriel. Yeah, maybe I would do that. I think cash will start, and Sheffield United away it's a fine fixture. How about Ivan Tony punt for Watkins as a transfer? I don't like it this week. But maybe for the double game week, yes. Shall I sell Watkins and Saka? But it might hurt because it's too aggressive. Yeah, I don't think it's the best of transfers. That's why I probably remove Alvarez for another player uh, other than Haaland, and then try to bring in next week when you have clarity whether it's better to remove Watkins or Saka. Sell Saka for Jota or Palmer. I will Jota ahead of Palmer because double game week. Bring in Haaland or wait a week. If you think you have two free transfers, if you have Alvarez, if you have the funds to do it, and if you're sure which striker you want to remove, then I think you can do it this week. If not, waiting for a week is not harmful, because I don't think I'll remove any of Solanke, or Watkins. Definitely I wouldn't remove, and now that Darwin is getting a double game week, I wouldn't remove him as well. So I'm also in the same situation. You can just check my team over here. I have Watkins, Solanke, and Darwin Nunez. I'm not going to be removing any of them, and I'm going to be waiting for more information to be able to remove my forward. And yeah, I just got like I'll have FOMO for Haaland, but yeah, that's how it's going to be. And currently my captaincy is on Solanke. Uh, Start Doku, Broya, or Johnson. Doku, Broya, or Johnson. I think Broya is gone to Fulham. I'm not sure if he'll start. So it's going to be between Doku and Johnson. I'll just edge towards starting Doku. Is it essential to sell Foden for Jota? No, I don't think it's essential. I think both of them. I don't think Foden is going to lose too much of minutes. Sell Bowen for Jota or Gordon. I'll say Jota before Gordon. Darwin, I think is like he was seen in training yesterday. He did train well, so I think he's not a doubt. And even if it's for this week, you can still bring in Darwin if you have 8 attackers and put him on the bench, just to not to burn the transfer. And next week he'll have Burnley, then he has a double game. So that's also definitely an option. But I think Darwin has a good chance of starting this game, and I'm not sure. I'm not sure there's enough to bench him, unless Prop just wants to give Gakpo a chance and like bring Darwin off the bench. But I'm not sure. I don't think why he would do that for an Arsenal game, which is important. And Darwin is pretty important to what Liverpool are doing right now. Pickford, Turner, Trent, Estupinian, Porro, Walker, Saliba, Saka, Foden, Palmer, Richarlison, Garnacho, Watkins, Solanke, Alvarez. 7 million in the bank, then I do Alvarez to Haaland. Uh, if if you have enough funds for that. If not, maybe I'll just downgrade someone and then do Alvarez to Haaland. Sell Bowen for Jota or Gordon. I do it for Jota. Start Zinchenko or Doughty. I just mentioned it. I think I'll just start Zinchenko because he plays for the better team. Solanke or Haaland, who to cap? Haaland. I think Haaland is my number one preference. I'll go back to the screen, and these are my captaincy preferences over here. Haaland is number one, then it's Palmer and Solanke at the same level, then it's KDB, then it's Watkins. Do you think Broya starts considering Jimenez is out injured? He probably is there to start games more often than not. But yeah, I just wait and watch over there, and I'm not sure if that's a viable transfer because there are plenty of forward options we have right now with Haaland, Darwin, Watkins, Solanke, Tony. So I'm not sure. Even going, I also looked at Fulham striker or maybe Adebayo from Luton, but I think there are like there's a yeah, there's a problem of plenty with the strikers. So I think any of the Fulham boys will should be considered. Haaland at a 4.5 for Saka and Alvarez. Yeah, probably. Uh, yeah, I, I could do it. Ideally, if I had two transfers, I would probably do it. But I think rolling a transfer would be a little ideal for next week. But yeah, I think it's fine. I think you can go ahead and do the transfer because you're gonna triple captain or captain Haaland in game 25, and he's gonna be he has to be in your team, and that you have KDB also. So I think you can go ahead and do it. Don't have enough funds for Alvarez to Haaland. Then I probably downgrade someone else and do Alvarez to Haaland. If one of your defenders maybe, or like if you have a Saka, then do Saka to Jota. Yeah, Olise versus Palmer bench. Yeah, Olise. I think he's a pretty good option as well. He's a very good player, but I think Palmer should be starting this week. Palmer has been very good this season, and yeah, I think he's central to what Chelsea do. And Chelsea at home are not been that bad, although away from home they're not great. I think I think Palmer should be starting over Olise. Saka and Taylor to Trippier and Olise is a good move. Yeah, probably Saka and Taylor to Trippier and Olise. Yeah, I don't think it's a bad move, but I'll wait for more information and move towards some double game week players right now. If you don't have any Liverpool or City lads or even Tony, so that should be the priority. But I in isolation, I think it's fine because Trippier has a good fixture and Olise is a good option as well. But if it's gonna give you benching headache, then I might just stop and stick with it. Jose Sa or Edison, considering Man City have a knack of conceding one goal every match, but Jose Sa has Chelsea away, so I just go with the team. It's a better odds for keeping a clean sheet. Bench Van Heck, Gabriel or Zinchenko. I'll probably bench Zinchenko and have play one Arsenal player and one Brighton player. Get Gordon or Jota this week. Jota. Is Darwin a doubt? He's yellow flag, but I think he's not a doubt. He might be benched still, but I think he'll be in the squad and fit enough to start. Will Haaland start? My guess will be he will be starting, and based on the game state, he might play only 60, 70 minutes or more. Is it worth getting in Madison to Saka for a -4? I wouldn't do it for a -4 because Madison blanks in 26 as well, so you will have to navigate into that. Saka, Watkins, and Alvarez out for Haaland, Jota, and a 5 million striker for a -4 or too aggressive. I think it's a little too aggressive right now. So that's why I think Trippier has been dropped. Okay. In that case, I just let me just cross check that, and in that case, I'd probably advise from against getting Trippier in, and also maybe remove him in that sense. Um, yeah, if Trippier is dropped, I think you shouldn't be going for Trippier. In that, yeah, Palmer, Foden, Nkunku, Madison start three, bench one, and I yeah, there's again tricky one. I'd probably bench Foden over here or Nkunku, but yeah, tricky one. I'd probably bench Foden. Bench Estupinian and Gabriel. I'll bench Gabriel. I am benching Gabriel in my own team over Estupinian. So I just suggest that. Why do you think Haaland is not essential this game week? There's still a good chance, a slight chance he might not start, and his minutes might be risky. and he's not a definite fixture uh, for him to play against Brentford. So that's like he's yeah, he could still go ahead and score, but it's not going to be a very straightforward fixture where Haaland is the definite captaincy option. So that's why. And the other thing is, I would get more information on which of my strikers to remove, and just it's just both sides. I see a reason to pushing bringing Haaland in until next week. That's why, and just the fixture I don't think is too essential right now. And Alvarez has been playing pretty well as well, so there could be a chance Alvarez starts as well. I just think Haaland will still start, but I just don't think he's essential. Currently, top 2K have armband on Watkins. Should I put it on Haaland or to defend rank? I think it's also not just to defend rank. I think putting it on Haaland might help you in your rank as well. And I think Haaland is the best captaincy option this week, so probably. Should I get Haaland this week or next? I just repeat that. I think Haaland, you can get him if you don't have to go out of your way. Like if you don't have to go remove other players for a -4, not sure which player to remove in that sense. If not, you can just wait it out for next week. It's not the worst. I think there'll be four more, but it's not the worst. Play to Foden, Tony, Saka. Yeah, I think I'll probably bench Tony or Foden. I think I'll definitely pay Saka. I'll just it's a coin toss between Foden and Tony. I'll bench Tony out of those. Do you think Darwin Nunez, you mean, or the new Crystal Palace? Okay, Daniel Munoz, it will be a good pick. I don't think a Crystal Palace defense is going to be uh, the way to go in these few games. Let's just check the fixtures just to be sure, uh, because but if he's around 4 million, 4.5 million, and you haven't seen him start games as well. So at this moment, I think it's a no go. I don't like the fixtures other than the Burnley home, Luton home maybe, but you can play him here and there. You can play him in 26, but yeah, just wait it out. I don't think it's a transfer worth looking for this game. Saka to Jota or Bernard transfer? Saka to Jota. I think that makes sense at this point. I Yeah, but if Saka is not blanking in 29, you should find a way to bring him back. Maybe do the other way around with game with 26, I guess. Should I get Haaland? I currently have Solanke and Watkins up front. Should I go from Bowen to Gordon? Bowen to Gordon, yeah, I think you can do that. I think Gordon is fine. Yeah, you can get Haaland in that sense, but I wouldn't sell any of Solanke or Watkins this week unless you have an, if you really want Haaland, then Solanke over Watkins. Play Saka or Foden. Saka -4 to bring in Solanke. No, I wouldn't take a hit for that. Play to Tony, Saka, Foden. Saka I'll play. Tony, Foden. It's a coin toss. I just edge towards Foden. Any changes in the bench order? Joe Pedro, Saliba, Taylor. I think it's good to go. Start Konsa, Rakanji. I'm not sure if Akaji will start for sure. So Konsa, Saka to Jota or Gordon this game week. We'll get Jota later if not now. You can wait for it. You don't need to do the transfer. It's not a definite transfer. I just brought in Trippier. What to do? Just play him. I think if you've got him, if you have a good bench, you can go get one of your bench players to play. But if not, just play him. Uh, yes. Start Saka or Akanji. Start Saka. Eduardo or Proya if you have to pick one. I'd pick neither, but yeah, I think I probably just edge towards Eduardo over Proya for now. But Proya will also give you fun. So yeah, I don't like either of those picks, right? Estupinian, Zinchenko, Trent, Poro, bench one. Zinchenko. Uh, Play for Alvarez or Foden. I'll play Foden over Alvarez. Captain Haaland or Solanke. Haaland. Any changes in the bench order? No, I wouldn't change the bench order. Solanke, Watkins, Palmer, move to captain. Palmer is Solanke and Palmer are equal. I'm going for Solanke, but Palmer is definitely a good captaincy option, and I just edge them ahead of Watkins. And yeah, I think it's like less than 5 minutes to for the deadline, guys. So Yeah, so lock in your teams if you haven't yet, and please do like the stream if you haven't done that as well. Start Jota or Trent, Jota over Trent, because there's a chance that Bradley continues starting. Solanke, Watkins, Palmer, whom to captain. Yeah, I just mentioned that. Defender to bring in for Maguire. Um, if it's not, yeah, if defenders, I'd probably go in for maybe a City defender or anyone else. I don't think there's a defensive transfer to be done this week, so I just roll the transfer if you don't have if you have a free transfer. Gordon or Jota this week. I'll get Jota before the double anyway. Then I mean if you're gonna I don't see Gordon is a good option this week in isolation. I think he's not a bad option at all. But I think just saving your transfers ahead of the double and looking at long term planning, I'd probably just bring Jota a little earlier. Palmer, Haaland, or Solanke for captain. Haaland is the best captain. Then Palmer, Solanke are equal. Bailey or Gordon? Gordon. Which City defender? Walker seems to be out of favor. I'm not sure if we can just say Walker is out of favor yet. I think I'll just wait and watch this game. Might be just for one game because Diaz also was benched. So it's something which we just have little more information for. But I wouldn't transfer him in. So yeah, in your case, I just try to figure out a way to play the other defenders and roll your transfer. Question for my FPL draft: should I get in Amdouni or Edward for Bronya? Broya will be playing for Fulham. I think he'll start, but you can get in Edward also, and Amdouni is not bad as well. But Broya will start. I expect him. Maybe just wait him. Any change in bench order? Garnacho, Saliba, Trent. Trent ahead of Saliba, and maybe even Trent ahead of yeah, Trent ahead of Saliba. I think that's enough. Estupinian or Gabriel? Estupinian. For Foden or Jota. Start Solanke or Saka Solanke. Cash or Gabriel to start Gabriel. Yeah, I think it's pretty close, but yeah, I think yeah, I'd probably start Gabriel on cash. I have Livramento, Maguire, and Taylor have to play one. Uh, Now that prepare news has come out, I think you can just start Livramento because he's the one who's probably obviously replace Trippier in that case. Okay, guys, lock in your teams. It's less than 1 minute. So yeah. Good luck for the game week, and that's just like if you don't have Haaland, like maybe hide behind your sofas. It's a late Monday fixture as well, but yeah, find a way, find look at plans to bring in any of these. Just put the vice captain on Palmer, and Solanke will be my captain. But look towards planning for the double game week. Try to bring in the Liverpool players and find ways to bring in Haaland if you haven't done it yet for the next game week. But until then, goodbye and yeah, good luck for everyone. Please hit like on the stream if you haven't, and good luck for everyone. We will come back for with more content in over the next game week. I think it's a very important time for discussing content. Please keep an eye on the Chelsea versus Aston Villa game, and I would suggest you guys to not do your transfer until you see that game because it's a very important game for the future blank game weeks and to determine that who will be playing in those blank game weeks. And important players are also involved in that because Aston Villa play West Ham in Game Week 29 and Chelsea play Arsenal. So whoever loses this game will definitely play in Game Week 29. So just hold on to your transfers. We'll come back to discuss more on this in the middle of the week and also next weekend. And I'm hopeful that Anshuman will also be present in the next video and or stream. So yeah, I'm guessing you all miss him, but yeah, he'll be here soon, sooner rather than later. But until then, good luck for all of you, and yeah, thank you for watching the stream. And this is the FPL Tips team signing off. Cheers, guys.